Hello, hello. Today is day 19 of 21 days for cultivating a connection with your inner spirit. And I wanted to talk today about the idea of denials, and I'm going to read this. Denials is something I had heard about through Unity, and I love tapping because in tapping, we're just acknowledging our truth, and our truth can seem very negative. And I always say this to people when they're like, oh, I don't want to tap on the negative, I'll draw more of it to me. And I say, it's in you anyway. It's in you anyway. So you're thinking these thoughts, feeling these thoughts, all these things anyway. So when you tap through them, you're bringing out in the open the limiting beliefs. And so let's just talk about denials a little bit. I'm going to read this a little bit here. So what is a denial? And a denial, to me, you're going to hear this. It's not like, oh, that's not happening to me, or no, like what I call part of toxic positivity. We just deny the elephants in the living room. We're going to absolutely deny it. And all that does is create more resistance, like, oh, that's not happening. Oh, no, I didn't say that. Oh, no, I don't do that. No, oh, I'm not going to believe that for a moment. Because the brain knows different. Like we try to, it's spiritual bypass. It's like trying to act like what's happening isn't happening, tapping through it. But denials is a bit different. So what a denial, eliminating a thought or belief we have come to regard as false, limiting, or negative. True denial releases the energy expended in holding on to a non-productive idea. And I love that definition. It releases the energy expended in holding on to a non-productive idea. That's what tapping does. It releases the emotional charge that's attached to a circumstance so that you'll still have the memory and you can be like, yeah, that still sucks, but the emotional charge is gone. So you have the ability to behave differently, plus now you have access to the prefrontal cortex, which is the slower thinking, creative part of the brain. And then I also believe that also opens us up to a more depth of a spiritual life if we so choose that. So denials are often partnered with affirmations. First, we clear away or release a false belief, then we affirm an important truth. So an example of denials, and this is one, these are denials about money. I release the idea that there is not enough, that I could run out of money or time. I am not subject to the mass consciousness of fear and insecurity with every turn of the market. False notions of lack and limitation have no hold on me. My value is not defined by my present worth. Now, what I would add to these two is the what ifs. Because some of these you could be like, my value is not defined by my present net worth. And the brain's like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I live in a culture that tells me my value is my worth. So you go, what if I could learn to believe that my value is not defined by my present net worth? What if false notions of lack and limitation can no longer have a hold on me over time? What if I can learn I am not to be subject to the mass consciousness of fear and insecurity with every turn of the market? So it's like, so they're saying spiritual denial is not the same as a psychological term that means refusing to face reality. There it is. They're saying this. We never suggest denying the facts or glossing over feelings, aka spiritual bypass. This spiritual form of denial, a term coined more than a century ago, means to release or renounce. It is disidentifying with the eliminating thoughts and beliefs that we come to regard as false, limiting, or negative. In a sense, we can deny any belief about permanence of our circumstance or the length of time it will take to resolve. And I love that. Like we can deny, like it doesn't, like this isn't permanent. What if this isn't permanent? What if it doesn't matter how long this takes? What if it could happen faster for me? Negative interpretations of circumstances, such as making it mean that something is broken, wrong, or missing in our lives. Like there's something wrong with me because I haven't got all my desires yet. I'm missing a chip. And I love this idea. So, and again, I'm going to go back to that. Like the denial is like, it's We're never suggesting denying the facts or glossing over feelings. It means refusing the refusing to face reality. We're never suggesting denying the facts or glossing over feelings. So karate chop. Even though I have limiting beliefs, I am a human having a human experience too. And with that comes limiting beliefs. I choose to acknowledge my truth right now. Even though I've had some self-punishing beliefs about God and about human nature, what if that makes sense that I do? And I'm not wrong because of it. Even though I've learned to believe things about myself that I could actually find to be false with some investigation, I choose to acknowledge myself right now. And go to the eyebrow. Denials. I don't want to deny what's actually happening. Well, maybe I do. But what if I could start to see this differently? What if I don't need to deny reality or what's currently happening in my life? But what if I could see it differently? What if I could tell myself, no matter how permanent this feels, it doesn't have to be permanent for me. No matter what's happening in the economy, what if it doesn't have to affect my world? No matter what the diagnosis, what if I can heal regardless? And what if it could be possible? This diagnosis is here to wake me up to something so much greater. And what if this is a different way to see things? I'm going to tap through these up here. What if I can release the idea that there's not enough? And what if I could release the belief that I could run out of time or money? What if I don't have to be subject to the mass consciousness of fear and insecurity? What if the current economy doesn't have to affect me negatively? And what if, no matter how bad things seem in the world, I could remember there really is more good happening than not good. And there really are way more good people than not so good people. And what if that can lighten my load? And what if, even if I don't trust God, Spirit, the universe right now, what if that doesn't have to be permanent? What if that could change over time? And what if I could find ways that inspire and delight me, that help me cultivate kindness to myself, that can create a connection with my inner spirit. And take a breath. And if you found that helpful, you can go back and tap on that as many times as you like, and we're down to 2 more days, 20 and 21. So it started all over the place, and we're getting to the end here a few days late, but that's okay. So see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.